QiYo Multiversal Yoga is a method of yoga that harnesses the Qi or the Prana, the powerful life force and energy that is abundant in the universe and in nature. This power gives life to every living thing. QiYo Yoga utilizes keys and tools to bring that power and higher energy into our being and into our body, the vehicle we've been given and blessed to inhabit, that we may heal and transform it, bringing it to its highest creativity and potential. The practical form is a beautiful energy flow of Qigong, Hatha Yoga, Tai Chi, Pranayama, Vedantic vibrational healing sounds, and ancient Balinese practices. It offers a physical, mental, and spiritual approach that aims to instill in the practitioner a sense of peace and inner strength, vital tools to assist in a fusion of awakening to a deeper consciousness, helping us to unfold into the highest potential of ourselves, becoming vehicles to assist in the evolutionary awakening in humanity. Visualization, chanting, and healing sounds, as used in ancient cultures, help align the being and open the meridians and deeper layers, allowing a greater freedom in the flow of energy. This strengthens our connection to the Qi or Prana and connects us to the body of the earth beyond ourselves. We first recognize that we are more than just a physical body. We are made of many parts that together make the whole of who we think we are. In our normal waking state, we can access only a small part of our consciousness, but through yoga and certain practices, we can access a wider range of our being, above, below, and within. In modern education, the integration of the being is not recognized. We are taught that we are just our 5 senses and a physical body, but within, we know we are more than that. QiYo aims to help the individual find their path to their very essence and help us to know ourselves beyond the surface being. Simply put, there are 2 main systems in the organization of the being and its parts. There is a vertical system spanning above and below. There is also a concentric system, an invisible sheath surrounding the body, the aura and esoteric body. These 2 systems are simultaneously active, but we are mostly unaware of them. We are for the most part only aware in our everyday consciousness of the mind, vital emotions and senses, and our physical bodies. Most of our actions and most of our lives are spent within the superficial realms of consciousness. We know very little of what happens below the surface. Most of us never really understand who or what we are beyond the surface. In many ancient systems, there are rituals and practices that enable them to reach a deeper level of being. QiYo Yoga is similar in that by following certain practices on a regular basis, we can begin to change our frequency, vibrate at a level beyond the physical, and wake up deeper unconscious parts of the being. For the most part, this is done without words and years of study, but by an inner calling and intuition that begins to guide one's being, and one senses and is witness to an almost miraculous, sunlit path that begins to unfold, where ease, beauty, and peace begins to be the norm, which is in fact our true and natural state. Understand that through years of social, environmental, and hereditary conditioning, most of us will have many factors and layers that have created barriers and blocks in our beings and in our auras. Our diets play a large role in how healthy we are. We are what we eat, and this awareness needs to be honestly extended to what we are feeding ourselves. Our lives are a struggle. They do not flow. There is illness and disease. We have forgotten how to let go and just be, so the being hardly ever truly rests. The accumulation of these blocks can lead us to disable and deny our authentic selves. We all remember being children, carefree and mostly just happy for no particular reason, playfully going through life and often being outdoors in nature. Over time, we've forgotten our inner child. We rarely go in nature, and as a result accumulate stress and problems of everyday life with no real release. The build-up of these stresses can often form the foundation for disease in the body and mind. What we often do then to release the stresses of life is to numb ourselves, to forget, or indulge in habits that are often not very beneficial and are slowly poisoning us, we realize something needs to change. We can help ourselves, or as most people are unaware of their own power to heal, they go to their doctor to get medication or help in the form of therapy or surgery. There is another way. By utilizing the tools that QiYo offers, and with a clear intention to make space and go beyond our limited selves, we begin to bring a higher energy and vibration into our physical and mental beings, infusing our physical as well as intangible layers that surround and protect our being. It starts with the intention. The will to find another way and to heal oneself becomes a constant theme and attraction. This call for something else, for another way, will guide and help immensely. The mind becomes calmer with time and quieter. Inner blocks are cleared and space is made ready to accept new energy. Concentration, sleep, and relaxation become easier. The body becomes lighter and less stiff as a higher energy helps to neutralize the build-up and stagnation of negative energies built up over time. The inner organs become refreshed and rejuvenated, promoting healing. There is a sense of calm and peace that begins to grow within as the being is cleansed and space is made for new energy. We connect consciously to our breath and learn to use it as a tool to help maintain a sense of stillness, even amongst the chaos outside. It is recommended that the Qigong sequence be practiced daily in nature where Qi or Prana are abundant. The life force energy is especially rich in areas where there are not too many people and nature is not too much disturbed by man. Around trees, water, or hills and mountains even are good places, even your own backyard for a little quiet time in nature. Practice in nature as much as possible, for the Qi and Prana are stronger in nature. Extend your visualization towards colors, Qi ball, opening the third eye, mandalas and elements of nature. If you are in a room, imagine trees, forests, oceans, landscapes of golden sand and hills and mountains, pools, waterfalls, rivers and ponds, all help install a sense of peace and balance. Visualization can accelerate healing. It's not just in the imagination. It produces tangible results within the body and opens up our higher intuitive senses. We also learn to practice alone, not only in a group, by developing our own daily self-practice and cultivating our inner Qi and connection to the universe. Coordinating breathing to the movements is important. There will be a sense of calm and connectedness as the physical and psychological parts of the being connect and become balanced with the breath. This is taught through various pranayama breathing techniques. Mantras help to build up inner power and energy. These are very powerful tools that can be used in a multitude of combinations. The main thing is to develop a regular self-practice and start to build up your own inner power. QiYo Multiversal Yoga system aims to go beyond a set of physical exercises. It aims to help us to understand ourselves beyond the body and the senses and to regenerate ourselves on all levels of our being, and to develop Sangha, developing a sense of community. As we connect to our deeper layers, we find we connect ourselves and to the outer world in a wider, more inclusive way, and we begin to realize the oneness of being. Having compassion for ourselves helps us to heal, and by healing ourselves, we extend that healing and compassion to our fellow beings and to all sentient beings and awaken to the needs of the earth. As we transform and refine the being through self-regeneration, we become a wider, more inclusive self that can be a force for positive change in the world. We will become a magnet that attracts exactly what is needed for our growth and for the benefit of those around us, for the higher good of all. As our higher faculties such as intuition and clairvoyance become more developed and begin to guide the being, rather than is presently the norm, the ego.